All right, great job, friends. You are doing fantastic today. Okay, so remember today's lesson in our everyday math curriculum is Unit 1, Lesson 7 in our math, and we are actually doing something called playing for 10, or I'm sorry, fishing for 10, but since we don't have the cards in front of us, and since we're doing this on a computer today, we actually won't play the card game, but the whole idea of today's lesson is to practice making combinations of 10. So in front of you on the screen, you see our math message for today. It's getting us thinking about today's lesson. And today's math message says, write as many combinations of 10 as you can. We actually went over those a couple days ago with one of our other math lessons. So I'm going to have you pause the video in just a second. You're going to get out your dry erase board and your dry erase marker and your eraser, and you are going to write down as many combinations of 10 that you can think of. And when you are done writing them down, you're going to take a picture with your iPad and you're going to send that to me through Seesaw. So go ahead and pause it real quick. Do that for me. Send me the picture and then come back to this link so that you can watch the rest of this video. All right, fantastic, friends. I'm glad to see all those pictures. You did a wonderful job. So let's go over some of those combinations of 10. When we're making combinations of 10, we are adding two one-digit numbers together to make 10. I know that sounds a little bit confusing, but basically we're adding two single-digit or two numbers together just to make 10. Now you'll have to bear with me. I'm going to try to write with the pencil here. I'm not sure how this is going to work. I hope it works well, but I'm hoping that you can see the different combinations of 10. I'm going to write them here on our screen. So I always like to start with the very easiest first combination of 10, 0 plus 10. There we go. There is our first combination of 10. 0, which is nothing, plus 10 would equal 10. And then we would want to follow that by 1 plus 9. And then we have 2 plus 8. I know my 2 looks a little bit like a Z there. Bear with me, I'm writing with my finger. 3 plus 7. 4 plus 6. And 5 plus 5. 5 plus 5 is a doubles fact. We're going to talk about those a little later in our math curriculum. So here I'm running out of space over here, so I'm going to move over to the other side, and I'm going to start with 6 plus 4. And then we would have 7 plus 3, 8 plus 2, ooh, that 2 looks a little bit better, 9 plus 1, close my 9 here, and then 10 plus 0. Now, I want you to notice something. I'm going to change my color here. Got to do my purple. Okay, I want you to notice something. So these are our combinations of 10. When we talked about this the other day, I wanted to show you the pattern that we can use to make our combinations of 10. And as much as we can remember these numbers, it's a lot easier to remember them if we remember the pattern that we use to write them out. It's real simple. So I'm going to underline the first letter, or the first number in each one of these combinations. We have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So if you look, when we started all of our combinations of 10, we literally just started with 0 and counted up to 10. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, making combinations of 10, we're always adding, so then we're putting in our adding signs, our plus signs. And here, let me change my color again here so we can get a nice color that stands out a little bit different than my purple. Oh, I love green. Here we go. And I want you to look at the numbers on the right-hand side of our addition problems. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Look how easy that is. So I want you to notice that pattern. So later on, when we continue to practice combinations of 10, I want you to remember how easy it is to remember all the combinations of 10. You literally start with the number 0, and you can write down in a column, one on each line, all the first numbers, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there's a reason why I stacked these problems up this way, so you could see how the numbers go in columns. And then you would put your adding signs, your plus signs, your addition signs. And then you would start the pattern again, only instead of starting with 0, you're going to start with 10, and you're going to count backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. How easy is that? That is so easy to make those combinations of 10. So I'm hoping that you did that on your dry erase board. If you didn't, this is good practice for you to remember. So our next activity would normally be going on to looking at the everyday math cards. And so I'll pull them out here on our toolkit for just a second, if I can get the toolkit to come up. And let me find a card deck here. And just so you can remember, we would spend some time looking at these cards if we were in the classroom and make them a little bit bigger. And remember that the cards all look a little bit different. Some of them have these lines on the back with some fractions. Some of them have, let me see if I can get it to deal one. On the other side, it would have a number with sometimes a shape. Or let me see if I can find some different ones. Sometimes there's just numbers with no shapes at all. Sometimes we have numbers with dots. You can use the dots to help you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And here's the number 10 to help you remember. Sometimes we have patterns of dots. Notice here we have 10. We actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can remember 10 as being 5 plus 5. And sometimes on the back of the cards we have fractions that equal whole numbers. Now, we don't really do too much with fractions in second grade. We actually only deal with them just a little bit towards the end of the school year. But it's good to see them on the backs of our cards so that we can just become familiar with what they look like. So if we were in the classroom, we could be using these cards together. And actually this year, we're not even using these cards together. Now, one thing I can tell you about these shapes too, is there's a reason why certain shapes are on certain cards. And so if you look at this number 7 card, if I count the sides that are on this shape, there will be 7 lines or 7 sides to the shape. So I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to actually count around clockwise, going around the clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's a reason why they chose this shape for the number 7 card, because this shape has 7 sides. Let me see if I can find another one here. There's some more dots right there. Oh, there's an angle. Oh, I forgot there was angles. Okay, here we go. Here's another good example. Here is a triangle. We're very familiar with the shape triangle. Notice we have the number 3 up here on our card. And if I look at this shape, the triangle, I can count 3 sides. 1, 2, 3. So you can use those shapes also to help you recognize the numbers that are on the card, just in case the number is not familiar to you. Okay. Making that a little bit smaller, I'm going to go out of that screen. So we aren't actually going to play the game Fishing for 10. That is something that we're not able to do very easily this school year, and that's perfectly fine. It is a fun game to play, so hopefully in the future we'll be able to play it. Basically, the whole idea of the game is to take number cards. You would pick one number card, write it here. So say I picked the card number 3. Oh, I have my black pen. I'll just leave it black like that. I would write down that I got a 3 card. And then I would want to write the number that would make a combination of 10. So if I had 3 for my card, I would write a 7 in the blank to make it equal 10. Or maybe I drew a card that was number, let's see, 4. Then I would need to write in here on the other side that I needed a 6 to make a combination of 10. So that would be the whole idea of playing the game combinations of 10. But, or I'm sorry, playing Fishing for 10. But you do have an activity that's attached to the seesaw lesson that's kind of the same idea. And there's actually 2 activities that are going to follow this lesson that you can do that help you practice making combinations of 10. So go back into your seesaw. There is a page attached to this lesson where you're going to highlight or circle the different combinations of 10 that you see on a page. And then there are actually 2 other activities that'll come out with your math lesson that help you practice combinations or making combinations of 10. So thank you, friends, for listening. Hopefully I will be back in the classroom Zooming with you soon. Otherwise, have a great day, and I will see you some other time soon. Bye.